Something Ventured, Someone Framed starts out with Gus holding a meeting with the Human Appreciation Society.
One of their most valued objects. It aids in the compiling of printed wisdom, the scratching of gunk from under your nails, and my favorite, it even mimics the sounds of the human ocean.
Yeah, I love paper clorps, they're so versatile. The newest member, Bartholomew, says hold my apple blood and dumps out a bunch of totally real and not fabricated human artifacts, and challenges Gus for the title of president. Gus suddenly has an idea, though.
What if I brought in an expert?
Yeah, right. Who can you find that's a bigger human expert than any of us?
How about a real human?
And you've never brought your friend here. Why?
Well, she's busy. She's got a job. But I'll bring her in tomorrow. She'll prove I'm right.
Sure you will, Augustus. Sure you will.
The only problem in his flawless plan is that Luz is still banned from Hexside, so Gus does what any desperate person would do, and lies.
Luz, about the ban. I used my HAS presidential authority to pull some strings. You've been given a full pardon. You mean I got the ban lifted?
Oh my gosh! Yes! Of course I'll be there tomorrow. Gus, this'll be great. I get to see the school and save the president.
This is gonna go swimmingly, I can already tell. Also, Hootie is such a mood sometimes.
Sweet moves, little dude!
I always forget you're there.
I forget I'm here too. Boop.
Willow makes a point that he lied to their best friend, but Gus says it's fine because he took down all the band posters from around the school and Luz hides under a cloak. Meanwhile, Ida laments to Hootie, who offers great advice.
I chew insects. I turn them into mush.
But that's my beef. Does she need to draw her own conclusions?
My beef is insects. They're what I eat.
You're just gonna be unhelpful, huh?
All I know is you taught me and I turned out just fine.
I gotta get that girl into school.
Turns out, after Luz's last visit, Bump brought in trouble sniffers to literally sniff out trouble and toss them into detention. Gus uses Luz to shut up Bartholomew. Luz almost blows their cover with the Abomination Professor until Gus comes up with an excuse to leave. Meanwhile, Ida talks with Principal Bump about enrolling Luz at Hexside, but it's not going to be easy since there's a lot of unfinished business.
All right, yeah, I heard all about that abomination incident.
Oh, I'm not talking about Luz. I'm talking about the necrotic experiments, the graffiti, the scams, the cheating, Miss Jenkinmeyer's teeth. The trouble you caused when you were here, Ida.
Huh, I thought there'd be more.
Gus keeps giving Luz a tour of the school, and they pass by Willow's class, and she gives him a judgmental look like friends do. He then shows her his class, the illusion class, and his shadow clone that takes notes for him. It's now time for the meeting and the exposure of Matt's fraud.
I have something to say. I'm new here at Hexside. Making friends has been hard, so I lied. They're all fakes. I thought if I was important enough, people would like me. But I've caused enough drama. So I'll go. I'm sorry.
Hey man, it's okay. You're only human.
Man, what a heartfelt scene. I'm sure he won't double-cross them. Now Ida has to start cleaning up her old messes from when she was a student, and the heartfelt moment gets interrupted.
There she is! She's the intruder!
Trouble.
No, it's fine. The ban's been lifted. Tell him, Gus. Ah! Gus! Tell them!
Oh, who's the liar now, Augustus?
Shocker there. Luz gets dragged to detention, which doesn't sound that bad. Oh, never mind. Gus pulls the fire alarm, which gets them both thrown in detention to save Luz, and the detention pit is hungry. Meanwhile, Ida clears the ghost out of the girls' changing room, and she realizes that Luz would love it at Hexside. Matt gets eaten by the pit, and Gus gets called out for lying.
You lied to me. You lied about the ban. Why?
I was afraid. I acted stupid.
Yes, you did.
Being younger than everyone is hard. You're overlooked, ignored. But at the HAS, I matter. I can make sure no one would ever get left behind. I didn't want to lose that. I'm sorry.
I get it. I just wish you told me the truth.
They jump headlong into the pit to save Matt and end up using Gus's expert's illusions to get out of the pit and have to bust the door down.
Ida?
Guess who got you into Hexside?
Oof. Talk about poor timing. Bump bans both Ida and Luz from Hexside, and they go to leave until Gus finally owns up to his mistakes.
Wait! Principal Bump, don't blame Luce. I told her the ban was lifted. We were fighting over the Human Appreciation Society. I brought Luce in because I wanted to win. This is all my fault.
If that's so, Augustus, would you be willing to accept her punishment as your own?
Yes, Principal Bump, I would.
Gus is a real one, ride or die for life, and I honestly appreciate that. And just like that, Luz is finally in school.
In light of that, barring any more trouble, you shall officially be enrolled in Hexside School next semester.
We then get a slideshow of some of the things Ida did when she was at Hexside, set to a Breakfast Club style song.
Wow, Bump was not exaggerating. You were a terrible student.
This is a pretty uneventful episode, except for the fact that Luz finally gets into Hexside. The plot with Gus sneaking her in is fun, but the highlight of the episode for me is Ida's antics as she fixes her past wrongdoings for Luz, showing how much she cares about her. All in all, it's a serviceable episode, so I give it a 5 out of 10. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing. I'm the Wildcard, and I'll see you next time. Peace.